welcome to ORNA. My name is Yana and today I will be showing you how to get started with the platform. So you've created an account. Now what? First, we're going to start by creating your CERT team. In here, we can add new teammates, adding their name, their email, their phone number. This will be important for any sort of phone notifications, and their title. You will also notice that we have fields here available for the hours available per month. Here we can track how many hours per month we can utilize any specific individual. This can be useful in case you have anyone on retainer, such as a legal counsel, available for only a limited amount of time per month. We can also control whether they have administrator access, phone notifications, and email notifications available. We can also select which role this individual will play in the cyber incident response activities. And you will see that each role has a brief description as to what their specific responsibilities in case of a cyber breach will be. So let's say our John Smith here is a core CERT member, typically a very hands-on individual who has access to all technical aspects of the business. By doing this multiple times, we configure our incident response team. And for myself here, I will give a role of a CERT leader. Now that we have our team selected, it is time to upload new assets. In this screen, you will see that we have some placeholders for the useful KPIs. Those will get populated once you start having incidents and working through them using ORNA. To upload a new asset, we click on the plus sign on the right-hand side, and we start typing asset names if we would like to add them one by one. You can also select an asset type, and you will notice that we have multiple types available, and asset criticality, which is very important to address our incident response resolution and recovery times. You will also see that we have an option to upload an asset from a CSV file, the sample of which you can download right here in case you are not interested in uploading them one by one. Once we have our assets uploaded and our team created, it is time to go through our first incident. We will navigate to the incident types and start the process of creating a new incident. Right off the bat, you will notice that you have 6 playbooks available to you provided by ORNA. Let's say that in this scenario, we are dealing with a ransomware case. The system will ask you a series of questions which will be very important to the forensic investigations as well as for reporting purposes at the end of the incident. Let's just say the incident occurred earlier this month. We select the time zone, we select the time, we can actually select the time, and enter any possible locations that are needed. This field here is optional in case you have multiple offices or multiple locations or branches. You can select head office or type any other name that you desire, otherwise this field is not required. Then we're going to select which assets are affected. Right now on our list we only have one DHCP server, but I know that in this specific incident my CEO got affected as well because they were directly taking part in the incident. So we're going to type right in here, let's say our CEO's name is John Riddles. We're going to add them as a person with high criticality to the business considering their role. Now John Riddles is added not only to this incident, but also to our entire asset registry. We will select how the incident was reported. Let's say in this instance, it was caught by an antivirus solution. Next, we're going to determine the incident severity. This is important in case you have a business continuity plan or disaster recovery plan that dictate the recovery time objectives and recovery point objectives based on the incident severity. Severity is determined by the combination of incident urgency and its impact. We can select the urgency here with some help text available to us in order to determine the urgency and impact as accurately as possible. And you will see that based on the combination of the two, the system determined that this specific incident severity is high. If we change any of these selectors, the severity will be changing accordingly. And last but not least, the system will ask us who is leading the incident response effort. That typically would be the individual for whom you assign the role of a CERT leader. Now that we view the summary of our incident and if we are satisfied with the selections, we click Finalize and our incident has been created successfully. Everyone on your team who has an active role that is predetermined by the playbook will receive an email and/or text notification based on what you selected in their personal profile. Let's go to the incident type and see what we have here. You will notice that the incident is divided into multiple stages, starting from identification, going to containment, eradication, recovery, and lessons learned. Each of these phases has tasks assigned to a specific individual. In our case, we have John as a core CERT member, and we have some unassigned tasks because we didn't add the specific individual for each of these roles. We can at any moment reassign the task to the required person if, let's say, you don't have a CFO or if the specific individual is on vacation and somebody needs to take their place. And as the team progresses through each stage, they can move around their tasks and determine whether or not they will complete it, whether the task was failed, or can move it into any other possible category. If you click on a task, you will see that each task has a detailed description of what the person needs to do, the outcomes they expect to achieve out of completing this task. Also, they can add any incident level, any task level notes in here. Those will be generated in the report. You will also see that we can add artifacts. This will allow us to upload screenshots, ransom notes, log exports, or any other digital forensics evidence that you may need. And of course, each task has task actions in them. We can expand the task actions, understand what they are asking us to do, and once we are finished, we will click on the checkmark. Once the task action has a checkmark next to it, this portion will get into the report. So in case you didn't perform any of the specific task actions and you don't put the checkmark next to it, then that task action will not be shown in the report. And once we are finished with our tasks, we can move them to the Done column. This allows any CERT leader and anyone on the team really to monitor the incident response progress and see just how fast the team is moving, if anyone is stuck on any of the specific tasks, or whether we need any help, and monitor the overall progress. Once our incident is through and resolved and we went through all of the stages from identification to containment and all the way to the end, from here we will resolve our incident. And once the incident is resolved, it's just showing up in the reports section. From here, you can generate your password-protected report at any moment within a matter of seconds. Thank you for joining ORNA, and I hope you enjoyed this short tutorial and that helps you get started with the incidents. Stay tuned for more videos.